What's up, Internet Land? Zekimus Prime, aka Zekimus Prime, here with another Transformers video review. Today, the figure I'm reviewing is the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Optimus Prime, and I love it. I love it a whole lot. The Generation 2 Laser Optimus Prime has always held a special place in my heart since I got one for Christmas when I was a small child. So I dig it a whole lot. And this one, it's a really good representation of it. It's not exactly perfect. So really quickly, let me talk about the things about it that I don't like. First of all, I do think that proportionately he's a little thin looking, like a little scrawny. Most especially in like the upper body or whatnot. That Laser Optimus always cut like a really chunky. What's the right word to say this? It always had a really broad silhouette, and this one, like, he's got like big shoulders but like really thin arms. I don't really like how these don't turn. I think that they could have engineered that to turn without too much difficulty. But it's not bad, but like when you put his arm forward, like this covers up his arm like all the way up to the forearm, which makes it look silly. I don't like the fact that his eyes aren't painted. Like, they should have either not painted the back of this clear piece so that he had actual light piping, or they should have gone with putting like a light shade of blue on the front of the eyes. Like, I don't really care for light piping, but it's better than this. So when I'm done with this review, I may just be taking apart this head a little bit to put my own paint on it. I don't know. But yeah, it just, aside from a couple little nitpicks that I have, I think it's really, really good looking. I really enjoy it. Oh yeah, the legs are a bit thin too. I'm used to more like bulky legs, especially the lower legs. But aside from a few nitpicks, it's a really, really good figure. I like it a whole lot. I'm very happy that I bought it. It's just, I dig it. Just for a quick comparison, I want to throw him up next to his other Optimus buddies. So you can see he's got pretty, they share basically the same legs all the way through. These ones share the same thighs and waist section. And so, like, all of these have some degree of mold sharing. So, of course, it's no surprise that they're all, like, basically the same size. But it's, nice that they got that, I don't know, like they picked a size and they stuck with it, which I think is all right. Here he is also next to his buddy G2 Megatron, whom I haven't reviewed because, I don't know, this figure I was super enamored with, like right up to the moment I took it out of the package, and I was like, I don't know. It was a weird feeling. But anyhow, let's talk about accessories on this figure. So he comes with a sword, which is molded in clear plastic. Mine is a bit crooked, so I may need to take like a hairdryer or something to that to soften it up and straighten it out. It fits in his hand, but like kind of, well, no, I guess it can go in. I just didn't push it hard enough before. So it fits in his hand. it gives the impression of being a really small sword. I don't know. I guess proportionately it's not all that small. You know, we can't all have like swords this size on our robot figures. But yeah, it just feels like a really small sword. He also comes with this thingamajig here, which I kind of feel like they're almost trying to go for the same sort of like buckler accessory that the Siege Optimus came with, but no, it only does this like weird axe mode. And that I think looks just straight up dumb, personally. And then you can combine them like so, and that looks even more dumb. So, but that's totally how it's intended to go, and that's totally something that you can do if that's what your little heart desires. I don't like these accessories quite so much. I have been throwing on an old iGear gun because I think it looks great. But that's just me. I happen to have that from the bygone years. So, in terms of accessories, he also comes with a trailer, which has like a base mode. And it's kind of what you would expect from a base mode. Now, granted, it doesn't have as many features as the G2 base mode. He doesn't have his little disc launcher. He doesn't have his all these little other emplacements and whatnot. He does have a little repair arm thing, and he does have a little gun part, which you can unpeg and give to Optimus to hold as, you know, a gun or like a fork. Having taken this off, I see now that there's little tabs on here. I wonder if that's compatible with these ones, or if that's just incidental. It seems incidental. That's fine. But yeah, this part here spins. It's kind of on a loose peg, but that part here rotates. This part here rotates. You've got a hinge joint here. It's on kind of a detent. Hinge joint here that just hinges about. Lots of different ports and whatnot around here. I've seen some people like to take their siege weaponizers and split them up and put them there as gun embankments, and it actually looks pretty decent. So that's something. But yeah, so getting this transformed up, you can just kind of unfold all of this, flip this around, fold this up. Then this panel flips up. There is weapon storage in here. If you fold this this axe thing up, you've got these two little tabs here that'll fit into either these slots or these slots. Take your pick. And then this sword has little tabs on the bottom that will fit into, again, symmetrical, these slots or these slots. Take your pick. And then that will all just fold up. Let me put the ramp in first. That will tab into place, and there he is, and there's his trailer in the trailer mode. And I kind of jumped the gun on the transformation a little bit because I still need to talk about posability on this guy. His head is on a ball joint, goes up and down ever so slightly, side to side ever so slightly, goes all the way around, not so slightly. Nothing at these shoulders. I didn't mention that he does have, I forgot to mention that he's got these opening missile panels here and an opening matrix chamber, and you can pull this matrix out if you have the tiniest of fingers or some precision tweezers. Come on. Come on. And this is molded in one piece of clear plastic. It's got a 5mm port in the back. So you could probably put the Matrix Bluish effect that came with Rodimus on it. Functionally, it's the same as this other Matrix, but it's but sculpt-wise, it's a completely new sculpt. It won't fit in this other one. See, here's the old and here's the new. So, but I mean, I do like that he came with a Matrix. That's something that the old G2 guy never came with, though he probably could have. Well, no, he probably couldn't have. The way he transformed, there's no way they could have made that work. I do like the missiles in the shoulders. I think that's super cool. But anyhow, where was I at? This little flap opens up. You can move his arm forwards, backwards. This is on kind of a intrinsic detent. Go out for the full tree pose. Rotate about the bicep swivel. Single joint elbow with 90 degrees of bend. His wrist is on a ball joint, but it's really just a swivel. It doesn't have any other degrees of freedom on that. You got a waist joint here. Legs go that far forward, that far back. Go out for the full Van Damme. Thigh swivel. Single joint knee for a little over 90 degrees, so that's nice. And again, this foot is exactly the same we've seen since Siege, so just ankle tilt and nothing else. Interestingly enough, there's no blue plastic on this whole figure. Like, all the blue is painted. Like every bit of it. They also did something weird with the black on his lower legs. Like, they put some sort of treatment on the mold or whatnot. It's not as glossy as the Siege and Earthrise versions, but interesting. I have no idea though. Anyhow, let's get this transformed up. So the first thing we want to do is gonna open this up. I do like this cool like detail here in the back where it's like little thrusters or whatnot. It kind of looks like just kind of fills in this space. I like that. That's cool. But we're gonna open this up, take that panel and fold it in. We're gonna leave this open. We're going to take these, I just like to fold these up just to get them out of the way and kind of bring this up and out just to get them out of the way. This arm is going to disconnect from here. There's these like tabs on the back of this arm section, and they make the transformation of this weird. Because you got to do things in a certain order, but you have to like do them halfway first and then all the way. Disconnect the head, bring that all the way back. We are going to reach into his chest and push this out from the inside. If you try to pull on this, you're just going to open that up. If you try to pull on this, it's really tight. Another thing to point out is that this panel here that makes up his lower body, it's just held on with these tabs, and it comes off really easily, at least on mine. You can see almost that there's there's a little bit of warp on this. So I think that makes it so that these don't quite get, this waist section doesn't quite get held as tightly as it could. Anyhow, with that out of the way, you want to kind of bring this out on this hinge here to bring these out part of the way, and then that will allow you to bring this back up to bring these arms around the rest of the way, And they'll just kind of tuck in around the head. I probably could have done this earlier, but you want to open up these arms, flip the hands in, close them. Open up that arm, flip the hand in, close it. Make sure these are rotated about. With all of this open, what you can do is you can fold this piece in on itself and then fold this in on itself, and it's going to come all the way around and sit flush in there like that. So now you can take these and fold them in on top of that section there, tab them together. You've got pegs here, slots there. You can take this, put that into its proper position. If you take, really quick before I do this motion, you want to rotate his waist and then bring this up and then bring his legs back up at the hips. And now you want to bring these down, and basically this like tab structure will kind of slot into here a little bit. And then you've got like a little tab here and a little slot there, like that. You can peg these together, fold his feet up, open these knee covers. It's interesting. I always took this to be just like a gimmick on the Siege figure to reveal the trailer hitch for the Siege figure. But like, they've ended up using these little pegs in both the Earthrise and the G2 version. Like, they use those pegs more in this mold than they did on the other one. Fold this all up, tidy it up a little bit, bring these out. And there you have him in his truck mode. And again, this guy looks just really, really, really good. I kind of wish that I still had my Generations Reveal the Shield, Hunt for the Decepticons. I don't remember exactly what line specifically it was. But the Generations Laser Prime, that looked really great. Take this, plug it in, and there you have this in his truck mode all combined up. I do hope that someday Reaper Labels does a set for this. One other thing, by the way, you can take his sword, and instead of storing it in the trailer, you can take, and there's these two little slots in here, and you can just peg that in, and it will stay in here. Which personally for me is maybe not such a bad idea, because that kind of pushes this contrary to the bend that it already has in there. So, but yeah, good flame details here. I mean, I don't have any issue with, of course, I don't have any issue with the gradient that they did on the original G2 Laser Prime, but I mean, because of the Michael Bay movies, the flames have become kind of more on point, and I think that they look really good. I think that that's a good addition. I like it a whole lot. And in terms of alt mode, there he is with the Earthrise Optimus with his trailer. Plug. And definitely bigger, longer. I feel like this Earthrise trailer could have been a little less stubby, but looks pretty good. And here he is with the G2 Megatron. So you can see It's an iconic pair right there. And that's just about it. But all in all, I think this is a good figure. I think there's more. It feels like there's more to the set than the Earthrise Optimus Prime, which was also leader class. Even though the robot itself really only makes a Voyager height figure. There's a lot more engineering in here than just a regular smaller figure. Again. And there's more on this trailer, so it at least feels like it's got more stuff in it. So I think it's really good. I like it a lot. I recommend it. I love it. But anyhow, that's pretty much all I've got. Excuse me. Thanks everybody for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everything that you guys do to watch and comment and whatnot, I really appreciate that. I think that's really awesome. Of course, I just hit 1,000 subscribers. Woo, 1,000 subscribers recently. And it's been kind of fun, actually. But anyhow, like and comment and share, and maybe someday I'll become famous. I don't know. Hey, everybody, you're awesome. I'll see you later. Everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya. Bye.